Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for joining us for part 2 of Mighty Misfit Menagerie tonight. Podcast. Tonight is part 3 of the Book of the Raven Candlekeep adventure. Sorry, my brain is dead. So would be lovely Helena be willing to do our recap?
Yes, so we were just following a dirty map that fell out of a journal written by some lame traveler girl whose name she never even mentioned. We figured out where which way was. We found that oddly named place, and we were able to follow the map pretty well. We started to encounter some extreme creepy area. There was lots of mist. Then rotted fences and buildings, but we made it to what we think is the bog that's kind of indicated on the map. There's a big house that we've kind of been exploring. Nothing has leapt out and tried to eat us yet, so, fingers crossed that happens soon. Recapitating.
Speak for yourself.
I mean, if you want it. Okay, so if I remember correctly last time, we ended with oh my god, names.
Kirill and Laszlo.
Yes. Just about to head down the cellar stairs when a blood-curdling scream was heard from inside.
I forgot about the scream.
Curdled my blood. And I'm now realizing
mostly lightning.
Kirill sounds also a little bit like Valin.
So
I that seems like we should go back.
Just a moment. Hello? Are you all right down there?
I don't think so.
Just no response, silence.
nothing.
All right. Well, we definitely shouldn't go down here alone, if nothing else. And I'll turn and just kind of push at you up the stairs.
Up the stairs?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you guys are going back to
Ground floor, right?
Not touching, just
C4.
gesturing.
Got it.
I don't think you have control of the tokens.
Oh, this is the fun at the beginning of the new game where we all have to
God.
The new
Kirill,
digital
I don't.
information.
What do you think? Down there.
I'm not sure, but I'm going to need you to step. Laszlo, I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to pressure you, but I just need you to move up.
Okay.
We're not alone! Yell back over. We've got big, strong people upstairs. We're big and strong as well. Yes.
And knives. And knives? Swords.
And magic.
Tentacles.
And I'll use prestidigitation to throw sparks down the stairs.
It's on the token there.
Unless you're...
But he has to have control of the
Permission.
tokens because he's me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have. Everyone has, I believe.
I don't.
I didn't... When I set it up, I didn't set it up for everyone to have it.
Oh.
Unless you're dead, then... Disregard.
Well, but if you're also dead, please don't come closer to us or we will re-dead you.
We will redead you.
I think I had just fallen, right? Am I still in a pile of
Your ear. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you're injured and not bad, then we apologize for the threats.
All right. You should
We
be
just
dead.
can't see you.
I'm working on the other ones now.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay. Nothing. You don't hear anything from.
Okay, Lasso. That was a good instinct, but we need to just move on it next time.
Oh, okay. So more threats? Then?
No. I mean, just more running up the stairs, away from the.
It was almost as if he was stuck to the spot by some
That's
external
right.
force.
Should we get everybody?
I'm walking towards that.
Paige is dusting his fur off? Nah.
I believe there was a spiral staircase near me. I'll go down that towards everyone else.
And I'm gonna head towards everybody else as well.
Okay, so Rio, you're going down. There.
Swinging.
Going down.
And another year round. Can't use more than 7 seconds of it.
We can.
What if we change the lyrics?
I mean, we're all pretty tone deaf, so.
If anyone watching,
Excuse you.
Excuse you.
I'm pretty tone deaf, so.
If anyone watching wants to write a D&D spoof of that song and send it to us, we'll perform it.
Really?
Yeah.
We're mildly off the rails now.
Okay, so everyone's coming back up to the ground floor.
Mhm.
Okay. Paige, what are you doing?
Gathering myself and running to Laszlo, shouting for everybody.
Okay.
I got tabaxi speed, if that helps.
Okay. Interesting. Look at that. I don't know why you're running.
Paige runs everywhere.
It's his character secret.
Naya. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, my name's Naya, what are you're coming downstairs towards
Coming towards the sound of that voice, yeah, that said everyone.
Okay. And Benlin as well. I assume you're coming down the stairs. Or where are we all meeting at?
Let's say C5.
Yeah, I say I would have come into the living room there.
We've made it back.
All right.
Benlin to see.
I think I may have made an unnecessary hole in the attic.
Well, I think we may have found at least some of the source of the strangeness in the house. There's somebody screaming in the basement.
Blood.
Well, are you sure? Because, I mean, we have heard a pig squealing, a child laughing, somebody running around, and all of those have turned out to be nothing, so maybe more nothing?
Those were all on other floors than we currently occupied. This one was dead ahead.
Oh.
If there was a crashing sound, that may have been me. Sorry.
That may be pretty apt description. Dead ahead.
Dead, yes.
Yeah, it was a loud scream.
I don't mean to nitpick, but maybe somebody's in danger and we should go and investigate?
Well, we did try and call out and ask if they needed help to no avail. They went silent after the scream. So they may not need help any longer if they did.
Naya, let's go.
Lead the way, darling.
Okay, so we're heading down to the cellar.
Yeah, I will very haphazardly and with little regard to my own safety run down there in the hopes of saving someone's life.
I will go behind Naya.
I will be like behind Benlin.
Running as well, I guess.
Well, it wasn't exactly what I was hoping for, but we're not going to do anything alone because this place is a creep fest.
Laszlo staying where he's at?
My thought
Just
is
because there's not room.
I'm just making sure, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so you can see what you see in there. Did we describe that last time?
No, we didn't. We never left the landing, so I think that was part of it.
All right. This cold, damp, oddly shaped cellar has an 8-foot-high wooden ceiling and a flagstone floor. The walls are made of rough mortared bricks. Thick cobwebs cover crates, barrels, and old furniture stacked against the north wall. To the south are a pair of closed wooden doors. The door furthest from you swings open on rusty hinges. And beyond it, you see a small, almost sepulchral chamber.
Oh, could it be wine, do we think? I'm like peeking over your shoulder.
I'm not seeing anyone in any kind of mortal danger or a corpse at all. I guess I'll move around to the one unrevealed spot just in case, but
There's a door.
yeah, I mean, like,
Yeah,
I'll look in there, yeah.
Okay.
Can I investigate C1 as well to see if I can figure out where the sound may have came from? Or percept it, I suppose.
Sure. Go ahead and give me a what are you doing? What exactly?
Would it? So I'm like going along the walls trying to see if I can figure out if there's like a source for what we heard, since there doesn't appear to be anything living here.
What's everyone? Yeah.
I'd probably.
Would you prefer investigation or perception?
We can do investigation.
Okay.
Just out of curiosity, what's everyone's passive perception?
My passive perception is a 12. And I also rolled a 12, which is a 16 for investigation.
How far are you going? Like, where are you going to?
I was going like around this way and down.
Into the circular chamber or just up to it?
Up to it. I wouldn't go into it.
Okay.
Passive perception is 13.
12, 13,
11,
13. Okay. You investigate the chamber. It's dingy, it's damp, but there's no signs of any people down here.
Okay.
Nothing, no bodies.
And it seems like that's like a jar door into this room.
Mm-hmm. Based on your investigation, you can assume that a change in the air pressure, because there's, other doors open and holes in the house, that the air is kind of waving the door a little bit. So when you guys came down here, it kind of pulled the door. So this was like a negative pressure space down here. And once you guys opened the cellar door, it kind of opened it. So it's kind of drifting a little bit on its hinges, but it's not like blowing in the wind or anything.
And in C2?
C2, this cold, windowless room contains a pair of wood-framed beds, 2 narrow wardrobes, and an old brook. Mounted on the east wall between the beds is a wooden shelf supporting a pair of candlesticks. The candles in them are unlit.
Servants' quarters?
I'll prestidigitate the candles lit.
Yeah, the room lights up, and that's pretty much it.
Because there was no servants' quarters on the attic floor, so I'm assuming they would keep them down here, right?
It's rather dreary life. Or
is there a lock on this door?
No.
No. Okay. So it's not like a prison.
There seems to be the base of the tower on this other side here. Not to be superstitious, but this whole place sort of creeps me out, to be honest.
I will.
I mean, the scream would do that, I think.
It may have just been wind.
I didn't sound like wind.
Or more of the phantom sounds we have been hearing. If it's all right with you, Kirill, I would like to look in that last room.
I would rather not go first, so you are more than welcome to.
Yep. You have dark vision?
I think so. I can never remember if
Earth
we
Genasi?
do. Yeah.
I do.
I do.
I don't know where it would say, but I don't... Oh, no. Here we go. No. I don't think I do.
Okay, so you see a very, very dark room that smells very, very damp.
Venla, what is it?
I don't know. It's very, very damp, and it's very, very dark.
Ooh, let me see.
Does anyone have a light?
Well, I'll go back into the other room and pull one of the candles out of the sconces and walk over and hand it to you.
All right. The only feature of this damp, cold, circular room is a 4-foot diameter well in the middle of the floor. Next to the shaft sits a wooden bucket fastened to a musty, coiled length of rope. The bottom of the shaft is veiled in darkness. From the depths, a voice whispers, saying, Brian, where are you, boy?
All right. Well, this is the creepiest thing we've found so far.
It's almost as if it's shaped like a ring.
Well, we've come this far. We might as well look down the creepiest well in existence. Yeah?
I can't get out.
Well, I'm not going to let you
I
out.
can't get out?
Is it...
Brian, where are you?
Is it danger?
We're still determining.
Probably.
I would like to cast Detect Evil and Good at the well.
Remind me what Detect Evil and Good does.
For the duration, you know if there is an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead within 30 feet of you, as well as where the creature is located. Similarly, you know if there is a place or object within 30 feet of you that has been magically consecrated or desecrated.
There is something... Do you know if it's evil or good or not?
Well, it's just if it's one of those creature types.
Do you know which creature type it is?
It doesn't specifically say, but it says you do know if there is an... So I'm assuming, yeah.
There is some sort of spirit down there.
So some kind of undead creature
something undead
down there. Well, there's definitely something that should be dead.
I could breathe on it.
Is it us? Are we supposed to
But
be dead?
it's not bothering anybody. Can we just leave it?
Brorn. Brorn is what I keep hearing.
Do I know Brorn from the book at all?
I just don't think this is treasure or that young woman.
We, not to derail what it is we're doing right now, but we never looked at the headstones.
No. And there's still at least one room in the attic that I didn't get to check.
So we know at least a name, and we have one more room.
And from the sound of how he's talking, I'm pretty sure Brorn is a pet of some kind. Maybe a dog. I guess it could be a rabbit or something.
Where are you, boy?
I'm going to leave the cellar, if that's all right.
Before you do either of you have some way?
Like at the
At the stairs.
What?
Do either of you have some way of detecting magical energies? Maybe there's a spell on the well.
I unfortunately do not yet.
I'm a cleric, so.
It's something that I've been looking into still, but I haven't quite found the melody for it.
Well, I guess we just leave this door securely closed for now.
All right.
Does the scream they heard sound similar to this voice, or was it a different kind of voice?
That's not touch ink.
That's a computer.
I only asked because before I had envisioned a manly scream, and this sounds like a not man.
Not man.
How do you know it sounds like a not man?
I just assumed it was a boy's voice.
It's a man's voice.
Oh, okay, so it is.
I'm just not doing gutturally enough. Sorry.
No. It's just because
No, yeah.
when you hear somebody talking to their dog, I assume it's a little boy.
No, it sounds like a man's voice calling, and the scream sounded like a man. It was not a woman scream. But you don't know if it was the same voice or not.
Well, I wasn't even here to hear the scream, so yeah, I wouldn't be able to tell.
Okay, I'm gonna go upstairs then and go outside of the house.
I follow you.
Okay.
Do we not want to check that last room?
I mean,
I'll go with you to check it.
Okay. Me and Paige will go up to the top floor.
I think I just thought it was faster. It was like I'm on this level already. I'm gonna go outside.
I'm gonna go with Kirill.
We said you guys got here about mid-afternoon, right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Okay, so it's probably duskish now, like getting into twilight.
Oh, I don't want to have to stay the night here.
I mean,
Walking outside
aside from the crazy noises, there's been no danger.
I don't know if you spend, and perhaps you have, but spent a lot of time in places that are eerie, but they tend to get worse when the sun is gone.
To be honest, my previous home before this was legitimately haunted. It was a tavern that had a very friendly ghost in it.
I have no indication that these ones are friendly as of yet. Not to assume the worst. I tend to try to be an optimist, but I don't
Such a beautiful garden.
get the vibe.
Okay, so we're going to start with the third floor. So Benlin and Paige, you use the spiral staircase here to get up there?
Yeah.
Okay, what are you doing?
We're just going to check this last little bit.
Okay.
Just due diligence, make sure we have all the answers.
Okay.
And I turn to Paige. Try not to fall through the floor.
I will do my best.
You can see through the sky through two large holes in the peaked roof of this attic. Much of the area has fallen prey to the elements, causing the objects stored here to rot. The room is filled with old chairs, tables, benches, hunting trophies, rolled up rugs, a standing mirror, and similar unwanted decor. Leaning against the east wall are 6 flat rectangular objects wrapped in canvas sheets. Framed pictures or mirrors, you're not sure one might venture.
Okay. And this room doesn't have any doors in it, correct?
Not that you see them.
All right, I would like to mold earth into the tower.
So we're retconning that did not work.
Oh, shit.
We're gonna give you the first
walls.
one, but that was my bad.
Well, were you able to get into the top of the tower?
No. It's a
I guess we go join the others.
far climb. What's in there?
Well, why don't we search this room just for...
Okay.
You could do it like the old-fashioned way.
I don't have...
Shillelagh.
I don't know.
Just beat the wall down.
Okay, what are we doing?
We're just doing investigation in this room.
Look around the room.
Okay.
I didn't find anything.
15.
15. Tell me what you're doing, and I'll tell you what you've got.
I'm looking for anything that seems out of place, anything on the walls, creases that would indicate anything, any slots behind a bookshelf or anything like that. Any secret agent stuff, basically. But in not those words.
Okay. Nothing.
I got nothing, Benlin.
Yeah, I guess go to the others at this point.
Okay.
Because we did spend some time up here, so...
Okay. So you're going down the stairs?
Oh, no, I mean, leave us there, go to them, and then we'll try
gotcha.
back up with them after a similar amount of time has passed.
Okay. So, Naya, Kirill, and Laszlo, what are we doing?
I'm going out to the graveyard to see if I can see Bruin on any of the graves.
Okay.
Bruin?
Brorn.
Roared. The Roarer.
Not the most melodious of names.
No, but nothing about this place has seemed particularly well thought out to be... Now that we're outside, to be frank. It is a lovely home, it's a strange layout.
Certainly with a little work, it could be quite the disco. That tower? Possibilities.
I suppose if we blew out all of the floors and left it floor to ceiling...
And then aerial dancers on silk.
Gosh!
Yes.
Oh, I love that.
I think that the creepy forest might deter from that a bit.
Perhaps.
I think a lot of it is in the narrative. You have to figure out exactly what your audience, saying this like as we're walking over, what your audience is and what would bring them here.
All right. A 7-foot-tall wrought iron fence encloses a small graveyard south of the chalet. Set into the north side of the enclosure is a gate with the name Brallifax, worked into an arch above it. In the yard are 4 graves, each marked with an engraved headstone.
Any Brallifax in the Raven?
I didn't see one.
Okay. Well, let's see if we can check some gravestones. And I'll try and open the gate.
That opens. You have to take a little tug, but it's fine.
Seems a little out of use.
I'm just gonna be kind of circling and watching out.
Outside.
Are you in or out of the gate?
Inside.
I'm going to make sure that I don't step on the graves themselves, but walk around them to see about reading the names.
Okay. It looks like you have to get pretty close to read them. They've eroded a lot.
Okay.
But if you're just on the side of one of the headstones, you could kind of reach over without touching the grave.
Okay. I just don't want to. I don't want to be disrespectful.
Word. So from north to south. So this first north one, Baron Brallifax, husband, father, hunter, and in quotes, let no man stand above another.
Huh.
Even though he has Baron in his name.
Are you reading that out loud?
Yeah, I would have.
That's-
Baron Brallifax.
That's a little ironic since you're above. It was a hint. It was
the Philippines.
it was a joke. I'm sorry. It's attention. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I think that graveyard humor suits you well. I rather enjoyed that. I was feeling a little bit dour, and that's a nice way to lighten the mood. And I'll lean over to the next one.
Exploring different kinds of humor is all about growing up.
There's really something about finding the joy in death, I think.
I mean, one can only make friends with death because she claims us all in the end.
I have a feeling our companions have taken leave of their senses for some reason.
Are you checking the other graves?
Yeah.
Okay. Next one down. Brorn, Hound of Brallifax, faithful to the end.
Oh, the hound!
Okay, well, that answers that question, although I would hesitate to let a spirit know that.
Next one down is Heluth, our pride and joy, lost too soon.
The dude put his dog before his kid?
What are the years? Are there years? No.
Is this grave small or?
It looks
It's physically smaller on the map.
That's what I was wondering. Yeah.
it's a little mounded, a little smaller, but not. It's not tiny.
Okay,
small.
so we can't totally tell if it's like a child's grave or not.
It probably is based on
Okay.
size.
Let's not go dark at all.
I heard child's rave, and I was like, oh man, what?
This next one and the last one is Sylphian, beloved daughter, may she find peace at last.
No way.
At last, I think that phrasing makes me concerned, as if she lacked peace in life.
Isn't that what they put on crazy people graves?
I wonder if any of this has anything to do with the people that were in that journal.
None of the names are ringing a bell at all. No.
All right, so just to think about the sounds we heard. We heard a child playing. Is that correct?
Pig sounds.
Body being dragged across the floor.
Yes. And then the blood curdling scream. So I mean, maybe the pig was the pet. Maybe we heard all of the people die.
Oh,
How dreary.
There's no dates to see which one happened when. Is there? Go ahead.
And does anything lead us to some treasure? All we found is staff, I'm afraid.
I mean, we really didn't spend much time searching the house. We were too worried about making sure that it was empty. Perhaps if we took a better look around, we might be able to determine more.
Perhaps.
I mean, should we check the well a little bit more?
Not it.
Is there any windows in this room? C-17?
No, there are not.
All right, we should go back in and see if they've discovered anything. We can let them know what we found out here. I'm still curious about the missing piece over the fireplace, whether it's actually a mirror or a portrait, because that might give us a little bit more information on the family themselves.
If we transition back to us.
We can, yeah.
Here's it. Okay. Why don't we go back down to where you fell and see if we can't get up into the tower more carefully?
Well, I'll try again.
So we're going to go down to C14 and see if we can't figure out a way up.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you... Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Hold, please. As we get here, you start to hush conversation. Do you move forward? Or?
I cast my racial pass without trace.
Okay.
And then, we'll move forward stealthily.
Okay. So this door at the end of the hallway is open.
Okay.
And...
You want a stealth check? No.
The minimum I can get is an 18.
Where'd he go?
I can still look it up.
Okay, so it sounds like there's voices coming from up above. Because there's still that platform that's attached.
Mm-hmm.
You can hear snippets of words here and there, but you can't quite make out the conversation. So if you're trying to make out the conversation, you're going to have to come closer.
Okay.
And I was not paying super close attention before. The stairs are completely unusable. Or
Yes.
just dangerous to use?
Very dangerous to use.
Okay. And we've decided that I cannot mold the earth of these walls.
Correct.
That was my whole plan. How wide is the chimney?
Not wide enough for you to climb up.
Not me.
For Paige to climb up? I mean,
He's very small in life.
you can also just scale the wall.
Well, last time he almost died.
He died because he was scaling underneath and fell and stuff. If you guys move to about here, you think you would probably be able to maybe get more snippets of it?
Oh, I was hoping to move completely into that room.
Okay.
Because you said the door was open.
Right. That's open air.
Hmm?
They're in open air right now.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah, that's no platform.
That
That's
makes
like
sense.
open air, and then the actual platform would be.
Starts over here.
I can reveal it if you're going to be looking up. So the platform that you hear voices coming from is down below. This platform here. Yeah.
So, walking in the door, we would be
No, so
covered.
this is blank space. Right?
So walking at the door right here, if someone was looking, they could see you, but you have your stealth roll, or you have your pass without trace. I haven't asked for a stealth roll yet. There's voices coming from up here. You can see like the edge of right here, and you don't see anything as of right now.
Okay. Can we move over to near the fireplace and listen?
That's empty space.
Yeah. So
That's air.
there's no ground here.
I am so confused.
So this just is an opening to this.
Actually, hold
Right?
on.
Is that what you're saying, Hank?
No,
I think the opposite is true.
I think I'm actually reading this wrong. Yeah, I think that actually is a platform, and then this goes up to the next platform.
Because this is the same color as that, which makes me think that this is floor and then this is empty space.
Hank's just blind, guys. Sorry. All right, yeah. So, Paige, whatever damage you took, why don't you take that health back? Because Hank can't read maps apparently. Okay, so yeah, you can go in, and you're hearing voices up above you. So the character, you're hearing voices from here.
It would be really helpful if they did this dotted line hole thing on this floor so we could see where the hole in the ceiling is.
That's what was confusing me.
All right, do you want us to make stealth checks though?
Have I asked for a stealth check yet?
Oh, I'm just asking.
Mm-mm.
I'm trying to be fair to you. That's all.
No.
Okay, so we move in near the...
If you guys start to get into this pile here, then you're going to make one.
Yeah, but we want to go over by this fireplace and then listen.
Okay. You're gonna make me do this. All right. You guys are listening.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a perception check. Okay.
15.
Okay. Yes, but what do we do with it now? Well, we must guard it, of course. 'Tis our duty. Any other action would be shameful. Could we not destroy it? Of course not. It's beyond any of us. We must hide it, especially with that ragtag band poking around. Who knows what devious, dastardly deeds they seek to perform. Just, how do we know? We wouldn't even worry about them. They'll never find this once we've hidden it. If I may, I say, we should hide it right here. We're the best protectors of this item, and I bet my beacon will never be found. And you hear some more shuffling, and now let's get a stealth check.
Good.
Well, I have to roll with disadvantage because my armor. So it was a 26 and a 15.
32. 32.
How solid does the floor look
Below you or above you?
above me?
Above you.
That's a lot of dice rolling.
Okay. You said below you?
Above.
Above you. That part looks decently sturdy, but it definitely is tilting a little bit, and you can hear it creak as people are moving around above there. So as you kind of shift your weight a little bit, you hear a squawk, and you see a ginormous raven head poke its beak over the lip and look down at you. Hello.
He only sees me. Like, it's obvious that he sees me.
He's like pressed up against the wall, like shadows.
Hello. I am Ben Lindrabardi, representative of Candlekeep. May I get your name?
Bring the rest of your party up here. We will discuss it.
I hate to break it to you, but there is no way for us to safely get up there.
Amateurs. And with that, he will kind of hop down and like spreads his wings and like kind of flutters down. And 3 more raven things follow him down.
So there's
this. So right here. So we're in this area there.
So there's a window here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it openable?
No, it's like a what's it called? A murder hole with like a.
So it's open to the outside.
No, it has a pane of glass in it though.
Okay.
Like a thick.
Can you reach them mentally from here?
That's what I'm looking at.
Well, maybe we're
Now I have to
like
see
in the
them.
house again by now.
Yes,
Like,
we
we're
were-
sneaking around.
We were planning on going back inside after the graveyard.
Yep.
I don't know.
We can see you guys
I
are
don't know what
back.
time-wise is.
You guys see you guys are just getting back to the first floor.
Could I see them from where I'm hiding?
No, since we discovered that this floor is completely solid.
Okay.
Because he can't read maps.
And there's no window that faces the graveyard on this floor. So
Walking through the door, I will just call out, all right, well, nothing particularly interesting in the graveyard, but we did find out who brought in it.
Carol, if you could just come up to the second floor, please.
I made a joke.
Oh, he made a very walking.
We
up to the
have
second-
guests.
He made a very good joke.
At that, Paige is gonna. Oh, good job, Laszlo.
Out of your stealth.
So the raven.
Walking down the hallway into that room, just continuing on. I mean, it was graveyard,
Carol,
but that
we are guests.
Oh, seeing the ravens, I suppose.
So yeah, these look like giant humanoid ravens with feathers, beaks, the whole accoutrement, with red sashes that kind of cover their body, like robes-ish.
Apologies for yelling. We didn't realize there was anybody here. We didn't mean to disturb you.
Yes.
I wasn't aware of Aarakocra in this part of the world.
He kind of looks at you and then chuckles. And you've come to loot the mansion, yes? I assure you will find little value here. While the original inhabitants of this mansion were of some means, they have long since left this place behind. Or perhaps you're here for more nefarious purposes. Yes, you have come to seek the crossing. We will not stop you from seeking the shadow, but I must warn you. Few entered the darkness and returned. Far fewer have returned whole.
I'll be perfectly honest with you, sir.
Don't say anything.
We're following a treasure map.
A treasure map, you say?
That
Says
was
another one.
given to us by a raven.
May I see this treasure map?
No.
It's his map.
Okay.
Would perhaps, if it be fair to all parties,
And I'll kind of like whisper to Kirill.
It has raven's feathers on it. I don't know if they'll be offended.
In the interest of full honesty,
Yes.
this treasure map came to us through a little bit of a strange method. It was given to Laszlo here by a. It was given to Paige here by a group of ravens, and it has several of the markings as well as feathers from their interaction with it.
You say it was given to you?
Page, they led you to it?
Kind of dropping from.
You already did that.
Yeah, you can. I imagine when I said that was still like
Up on the wall.
Yeah. Well, the small raven, the small in comparison raven, got my attention, and then just I had to follow it. It was making all sorts of gestures and fluttering about, and then the book was just in the tree. The map was just in the tree.
Well, the map was inside the book. That was in the tree.
Again, may I see this book? I don't. No harm shall come to you or this book.
Would you lean over to Laszlo? Would you be comfortable if perhaps you held the book? And
Sure.
all right, if
And I'll pull it out.
So we
just the edges.
our friend here is a keeper and restorer of books. It's very protective of them. And not that we don't trust you at all, but would it be all right if he held the book for your perusal?
Yes.
We'll just do one of these ones and it'll drop over on my chest.
So as you open the book, where did this thing go?
It appears to be some sort of a journal of a woman traveling with Vistani. The map, we have been unable to determine how related it is to the content of the journal, but it refuses to be attached to the book and refuses to leave the book. So it's...
So as you hold it out, one of the shorter were ravens comes up. Shouldn't have said that. The shorter ravens comes up and kind of inquisitively turns her head and looks at it. I believe this has the mark of Asperities on it. Where did you get this book from again?
Candlekeep.
Where's Candlekeep?
It's on the Sword Coast, south of Baldur's Gate.
north of here.
Mm-hmm. She looks like she's about to go peck it, and then stops that close from it, and kind of her beak moves over it. Yes, this has a Nils mark all over it. I'm not sure why he would have given you this map, other than maybe he was he recruiting? I don't know. I can't tell you.
Please step away from the book.
And she hops back. I'm sorry. My apologies.
The moisture can ruin the pages if it's too close.
She kind of quirks her head and she's mm-hmm.
If it's any, if it makes any difference to you, I don't believe any of us are in need of recruitment. We have gainful employment presently.
I'm a chef. I fixed your soup.
That's what that smell is.
Do you think that the young woman writing in that journal is still alive?
I know nothing about this journal.
But you said it has the mark of a nil?
Oh, yes, he is our founder. He must have hidden this map so that others who were not worthy would not have found it. Or those who so seek to use the crossing for less savory purposes.
This is the second time you've brought up, what is this crossing? We're here seeking a treasure that is promised. We have no knowledge of the crossing.
You did not... Oh. The grave in the graveyard. There's a Shadowfell crossing.
Oh.
Well, that could have gone very poorly.
I'm very cross now.
Why would someone want to just volunteer to go to the Shadowfell?
Well, it does explain all the creepiness.
You didn't sense anything, Naya?
No, darling, but I was definitely not looking for that.
Well, there's rumored to be treasure on the other side.
In the Shadowfell.
Yes.
But shadows don't fall.
Oh, we'll talk about it on the way home, dear.
You're so,
else.
so cute. So cute.
I think that perhaps we have followed this treasure map for naught.
Is Anil still with us?
Oh, yes, but he has many hideouts that he must oversee. He rarely comes here. It's been years.
But you all maintain it?
We use this as a base of operations, and we attempt to secret away items of unsavory means from those who would use them for the wrong purposes.
Yes, you were discussing such an item that you were going to hide from us just moments ago.
You see, like, one of the smaller raven people, she, like, kind of steps to the side and, like, looks up top and, like, kind of looks defensive a little bit, but, like, not quite doing anything yet. Yes, we, recently a totem came into our possession that we fear may be bad if it falls into the wrong hands.
And what are the wrong hands to you?
Any who would seek to hurt others or benefit from their suffering, or
Is there anything, and not that we want this totem, we don't know what it is, the consequences of holding
If
it.
it's dangerous, I would much rather it be locked up in Candlekeep's catacombs, personally. But
I think that's perhaps the question. Is there anything that we can do to either help you dispose of it or demonstrate our worthiness to remove it to a safe location?
I mean,
I can think of few places more secure than the keep.
True, Paige has been trying to break in for years with no avail.
Some attempts better than others.
And he's quite a great burglar, honestly.
With Miriam in the catacombs, no one stands a chance.
I suppose.
I mean, I got almost killed outside of Candlekeep from a book, but we
Well, technically, in the,
probably shouldn't talk about that
From a book.
right now. Right? So.
well, technically, it was a book-shaped creature.
I'm trying to think of a more worthy way to die for you, Laszlo.
It didn't feel like it.
Okay, well, and that's why we're lucky Benlin was there.
Well,
Have you been to the Shadowfell?
no. Why would I want to go there?
Are there books there?
I don't know.
You're not selling this treasure very well. You know that.
Not meant to sell treasure.
I mean, as guardians of the crossing, I guess it would be their best interest to keep us from going through.
But he offered the crossing to us the second.
You may use the crossing as you wish. I've never gone there.
What is the totem's function?
I don't know.
You don't know what it does?
Why would we attempt to use such an item?
Not use, but if you're afraid that it would somehow harm others, but you don't know what it does, for all we know, it makes tasty creams.
If it's of any service, I can identify it for you.
Before anyone else says anything, the one where one raven who has not said anything yet and seems kind of stooped over, maybe a little older, shoots up, rummages around upstairs and grabs something and comes back down and tentatively holds out an item. And it is a 6-inch tall sculpture carved from a ogre's petrified heart. And it depicts the demon prince of undeath, or Orcus, in ghastly detail, clutching his skull-topped wand in one hand and 3 severed heads by their hair in the other. As he brings it closer to you, you smell the delicious scent of decaying flesh.
Ooh,
Can I make a religion check to recognize Orcus, or is that just a freebie?
I'm just going to give it a freebie. I feel like you've known enough.
Yes, this should definitely not be out in the public eye.
It's gruesome.
May I identify for you?
Sure.
Okay, I will not taking it from their
Yeah,
hand.
he won't let you.
And I will just reach out and put a finger on it and cast identify.
So this is a figurine of Orcus, or Orcus figurine. As long as the object is not has 3 hit points, as long as it has at least one of those hit points. Undead creatures within 30 feet of the figurine cannot be turned. Dead creatures within 30 feet of the figure can't be brought back to life. And a creature that holds the figurine while praying to Orcus for at least 1 hour has a 10% chance of summoning a smoky avatar of the Demon Lord. Once this avatar is summoned, it can't be summoned again for 30 days. Orcus' avatar is the statistics of a wraith except that it's chaotic evil. It attacks all non-undead creatures if it encounters and disappears after 1 hour or when it's reduced to 0 hit points.
I would recommend destroying this immediately.
I don't know if we have the means.
If you set it on the ground, none of us can do it.
My hammer.
Okay.
This shouldn't be allowed to continue to exist.
I'll charge up my Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
I'll
The-
back out of touching that.
I'm gonna make a psionic blade.
See, if you throw it out the window, I can just shatter it on the ground.
Windows don't open
The older raven kind of looks at the rest of them and then tentatively sets it down on the ground.
Laszlo, Paige, if you could get outside the room just in case this thing blows up, I'd prefer you not to come to harm.
I'm okay in the room.
And he's got a weapon blast ready. I think that could be useful.
I stand behind you.
I go and stand behind Naya.
I put my shield up and then just smash it with my shillelagh hammer. With all the power of Shantae behind it.
At the same time, I'll Eldritch Blast it. I guess.
I'm concerned with Eldritch Blast. No, that's force damage. I'm thinking packs.
I mean, you wouldn't know that, so.
I'm just like, please don't shoot necrotic energy at the icon of Orcus.
You have a 10% chance of summoning a smoky version of the Demon Lord. Oh, great!
90% chance. What happens?
Dying. Probably taking some damage.
90% of the time, it works every time.
You said you're using shillelagh?
Yeah. My shillelagh hammer.
The shillelagh.
Okay, go ahead and make it a circle.
That's good.
Yeah. 17 plus 5. No, wait. I'm sorry. 3 plus 5, 8.
You go wind up for a massive strike, and at the last minute, your foot twists and you hit the ground.
And then I let mine out.
Make me a attack roll.
after. All of you did shit to me today. Try you, little guys. I mean, it's alright. That's a 16. It's okay.
Just barely miss it.
Okay, this is getting frustrating. And
I stand back outside of shatter range.
I am going to. Well, I don't want to shatter on the second floor of a poorly.
Rickety wood.
Yeah, I know. This is not a great house for that. I will. Vicious mockery. No, I'm going to. I'll fire a crossbow bolt at it. Screw it.
Give me an attack roll.
Okay. Oh no, I'm not going to do better. That is a 16 as well. We can't hit an inanimate
I'm
object.
going to center myself and do my breath weapon at it.
Well, after 6 seconds, can I try and hit it again?
What
before
kind
we
of-
do that?
What kind of energy is that?
Lightning. I think. Hold on. I think mine's lightning.
Breathe lightning at it. Floor gets scorched. Still there.
Ooh,
Well,
I use my liquid tendrils.
What kind of damage are those?
It's bludgeoning damage.
Bludgeoning?
Yeah. So it makes a dex save, but it's an inanimate object, so I assume it just takes it.
It smacks it around a little bit, and nothing happens.
Oh, I don't even roll damage.
it has. How do you quantify hit points in regular conversation? You can slap it 3 times and it should die.
Which is a nat 20 for my next shillelagh attack.
Okay. Alright, so you take that shillelagh, center yourself, swing it down, bam, bounces off.
What do we do?
Would Identify tell you how to destroy it? It usually does with artifacts.
It just told me that it had 3 hit points.
What is a hit point?
It just told me that you could
Yeah,
smack it
even-
3 times.
Even that I didn't want to necessarily say that. Does Identify tell you how to destroy
Check it out.
objects?
I thought
Because in all the stuff that I've read with D&D, you have to get that. Figure that out.
Is it immune to psychic damage?
Does it have some sort of shield up? Some sort of enchantment
No, it
that protects it?
Listen, you stupid.
Okay, well, so we've hit it. Not hit it, but I mean, presumably it could be the same. And lightning damage didn't work, so thunder damage probably wouldn't either. If that's reasonable.
I mean, this might be outside of our ability.
I mean, I would love to just throw it into the Shadowfell and be done with it, but that's probably a worse
But
place to have
someone
it.
in the Shadowfell could find it and do nastier things.
So perhaps the only thing to do with it is lock it away in a vault and
How are you
trust it to their care.
planning on protecting it?
Oh, we could hide it, of course.
Can I?
unguarded?
There are always people
Like ghosts?
here. Ghosts.
Unrelated. There is a rectangular large object, possibly a mirror, possibly a painting, missing from above the fireplace.
Yes.
Do you know where it is or why it's missing?
They're stored in the attic.
Can we put it back?
If you wish.
Okay, I'm just... There's a lot of unrest, and I'm just curious about how to handle that.
It's we have never touched the paintings before.
Can you tell me how to get there?
Take out the hallway, take a left, go up the stairs to the east side or west side of the house.
Excellent, thank you. Sorry, walking helps me think, and I'm just going to walk up to the attic to figure out if any of the pieces look right.
I'll look back and forth and then I'll decide to follow Kirill.
I will be honest with you. I do not feel keeping this object so close to a portal to the Shadowfell and in a house which houses undead creatures is the smartest move.
What undead creatures?
The well has at least one spirit.
Well, that's just the spirit of the Baron. He can't do anything.
Well, regardless, I mean, keeping an object specifically meant to empower the undead amongst a portal to the realm of the undead.
Alright. We will keep it here. If you do not feel that that is acceptable, then you may attempt to take the object.
Yes, I would very much so like to take it back to Candlekeep. Do you agree, Ryan?
I suppose.
Paige?
I agree. Can I just try it real quick though? And I do one of my psychic blades and try to stab it.
Psychic.
Psychic energy or psychic?
Go ahead.
Well, it does
Wow,
3 damage.
I'll check to be not immune to psychic damage.
19 to hit.
You blast that thing, and nothing happens.
Oh.
Yeah, we've tried everything.
I feel like a shitty cleric because I feel like I should have radiant damage. I feel like that's the key here because radiant is often considered the opposite of necrotic.
Yep.
I don't have any radiant damage.
Well,
All right.
back to Candlekeep it goes.
Well, decision time. Do we want to go after the treasure that we came here for?
Do we have a lead on where that is now?
Through the crossing.
Oh. I have no interest in going back there, but if everyone else is, I suppose I'll join.
Going back there?
Going there. Sorry.
Inside.
What do I roll to versus that?
If you're trying to hide something, deception.
I mean, I'm just trying to keep my face neutral.
That would still be deception.
Right.
Ooh.
16.
I got a 17 plus 5.
Yeah, I've been there before.
Because we're in mixed company, I drop it though.
Okay.
Oh, 17.
Oh, I was looking at that.
Alright,
That's
so
why I made the face.
what are we doing?
I'm going up to the attic to figure out if I can find something that fits over the
I'm
fireplace.
with Kirill.
Okay. One second.
Something in me just makes me feel like if I can right the place, I can let them rest.
Or unlock unholy demons from hell.
Tomato, tomato.
Tomato, potato.
Tomato, demon from hell.
Okay, we're going to. Alright, so you come up into C16, right?
Mhm.
Okay. There's nothing in this room.
But there's a door, right?
Yes.
Okay. Can we investigate the room, see if there's like something that we're not see, or is it just empty?
16?
Yeah.
You can actually, yeah, this room was never investigated, so.
I guess I'll throw one too.
Good, because mine was not great. 11.
That's a 17. 16.
Okay. You find a padlock trunk underneath a window box. It's has a rusted padlock on it. It isn't still locked. And in the wardrobes, you see some feathers, but nothing else in there.
That makes sense now.
I found a chest here.
Oh, Paige will be interested in that. I don't have.
Didn't you say it wasn't locked anymore?
It's locked, but it's rusted.
It's
It
rusted.
looks like it's in really
Is
bad
it
shape.
heavy?
Yeah.
Should we try opening it now?
I mean, do you have the means to?
I mean, I could shoot it.
Be my guest.
I'll shoot at the lock.
With Eldritch Blast.
Give me an attack roll.
I'm not using you.
This guy's retired.
Okay. That is a 24.
Okay. Roll me some damage.
All right. What is that?
1d10. Do you have agonizing blast?
This hollow thing. Not working as well as
yes.
it
So
was.
plus my
Oh,
charisma.
funny.
So that's 5.
That clearly says 50.
You obliterate the chest.
That is 8 points of damage
To
to the lock.
You hit the lock and it and snaps off.
That worked.
Okay. Paige has to run for his money. You opened it. Would you like to do the honors?
I'll tentatively with my tail open it.
The tail.
Poison darts. So this is actually a
In
huge
my butt.
contention within the D&D community because in the book, Dragonborn do not have tails. So
You have a tail if you want a
Hero
tail.
Forge.
You got a tail if you want a tail. Fuck that.
no, I'm just saying that's that's an argument. Like how tieflings are weird colors is an argument.
Well, because I remember in some lore, it's there's a reason why some do and some don't.
Inside the box, you find a suit of studded leather armor sized for a portly human adult, a leather helm, a heavy crossbow, a wooden case with the monogram BB, and 2 hunting traps. The wooden case contains 15 crossbow bolts with crimson fletching.
I'll take that, I guess. And I'll put the crossbow bolts next to me and look how to shoot it.
Is there a crossbow in there too?
Yeah, there's a heavy crossbow.
I'll hold up the armor. I could grow into this, I suppose.
There is
I'm not
armor
gonna keep
outfitter at the.
I know, yeah. It's I'm not putting it on right now, but I think I already have studded leather anyways.
All right. What next? What do we?
Well, the door's open, or the door's there, so.
Okay. Going through the door?
Yeah.
Would you like me to reread the description?
I remember that there are
It's all water
sheets
Mm-hmm.
with
There are 6 flat rectangular objects wrapped in canvas sheets.
Okay,
Framed pictures or mirrors, one might venture to guess.
Start uncovering them.
As you uncover them, a tiny bird flutters out of hiding and flees.
Which one of them has the tiny bird with it?
No, I think it was hiding behind.
Yeah, it was hiding behind.
Okay.
You see 2 gilt-framed mirrors, one of which is cracked, and 4 wood-framed oil paintings. One painting depicts 3 deer gazing on a hilltop, backlit by the dawn.
Oh.
Another shows a gray mastiff with a dead duck in its mouth.
Oh.
The third depicts an armored human knight on a hippogriff, both shown in profile.
Okay.
The knight's shield bears the holy symbol of Torm. The 4th painting is a portrait of Baron Brallifax seated in a chair, with a grey mastiff sleeping at his feet, and his wife standing by his side. Brallifax is depicted as a stout, well-dressed man in his 50s with bags under his eyes. The Baroness is shown as a tall, thin woman in her 50s. One of her hands rests gently on the Baron's shoulder, while the other grasps a small bouquet of roses. The painting expertly captures the noble's aristocratic bearing and the genuine love they bore for each other.
Oh.
This one. I'm going to pick it up and carry it downstairs.
Okay? Give me a dexterity check to get down the spiral staircase.
Oh no! Okay, please don't let me break this fucking thing.
I will
only
give you
had
advantage
that
since
thing.
Laszlo is helping you.
Okay.
You can do it. You can do it.
Okay, dexterity, just straight dexterity. 19.
Okay.
Nice.
You make it down the stairs, no damage.
Even though, ironically, this is one of the few instances where acrobatics would actually apply.
No, but I want that straight roll.
Just
No,
roll
I just-
carefully.
I just think it's funny how often people misuse acrobatics, and this is one of the few situations where acrobatics actually would apply.
Okay.
All right, so we're getting down to... So you're down to the 2nd floor now.
Okay.
Before we go on, can I just examine these crimson arrows? Are they just arrows or
Well,
Crossbow
they're
bolts.
technically
they're
balls.
just? I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
but they're
crossbow
just
bolts.
okay. They're just red. Okay.
Crimson fletched, yeah.
Oh, crimson fletch. Gotcha.
Yeah, carry it down to the 1st floor.
Okay.
Also, can we talk about how badass Braxton was? He had a hippogriff? What?
Well, you don't know if that was him or not. It just shows a knight.
Wait, oh, okay. Yeah, I was I don't remember
He also wasn't portly in the painting, so maybe he painted a little bit. He was exaggerating a little bit.
All right, so we get down to the 1st floor because I'm not going to make you roll to go down a straight staircase. I'm assuming you're hanging.
Just the gay staircase. Typical.
I'm assuming you're hanging the painting up.
Yeah. I'd like to hang it over the fireplace. It feels
You hang
honorable.
the painting over the fireplace and just get it just angled just right. Nothing happens.
That's okay. I am satisfied with feeling that I've honored them.
I really thought a banshee was going to come out of that painting, like the dead, vengeful wife who murdered her entire family. I was just like, oh
Why
no.
is it gotta be the wife?
Because she's the only one who's not buried in the graveyard.
Well, that's
damn.
true. I didn't even catch that.
Miss.
My main thought with this one was he was looking for his dog, and here they are together.
Kirill, if you're quite done, can we discuss some stuff?
I think my romantic needs have been settled. Then I'll take a moment to just enjoy the painting and then head back upstairs.
We were discussing whether we should continue looking for the treasure.
I mean, if they're being straight with us, then the treasure's beyond a gate into the Shadowfell that I have no intention of. Oh god, I really want to go, but I don't think it's worth the risk. But it would be so cool to see.
Okay, so out of character, just quick. When we did this with the Jackalwares, we said, like, so is this part of the adventure? Should we go to the Shadowfell?
So, I 100%. I'm reading through it again to make sure there's no consequence if you do not go.
Okay.
You can choose to go if you want to. There's some stuff there. There's an interesting battle. But you do not have to go.
And have we solved the mystery? Like,
I don't know.
I
Have you?
don't know if we've solved it.
So-
What was it?
Rio personally, for like the good of the stream, I say we go for it, even though it's a stupid decision.
Well, I mean, like, as a character, I feel like that's kind of what I was getting at. It was like, no, this is a terrible idea, but I really want to see it.
So back in character, Bentley will go, but we came for the treasure. It's right outside.
So I will say one thing as we're to pause again real quick. I think what time do we need to end by?
Oh, we could do it. Episode 3.
We need 4.
Oh, we already 3 episodes into this
Yeah, I
one?
mean, if we need to, we do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not a big deal.
If we need to, we can.
I would not mind.
Okay.
But
Let's do
I
that.
also don't want
Can we catch a glimpse of the Shadowfell first? Or
Oh, totally.
to.
So yeah, it'll take a few minutes to figure that part out, and then you guys can get there, and then we can.
That'd be a nice.
All right.
So can you show us how to cross the crossing?
Yes.
Or when we return, we'll take this icon of Orcus and lock it away forever.
I just want to put on the record, terrible idea. It's a terrible
Yes.
idea, and we're gonna die.
Laszlo, we're gonna see such cool things.
No.
Honestly, I've never been to the Shadowfell.
I can't believe Benlin is okay with.
Technically, I have been to the Shadowfell because I did die once. I don't remember it, though.
If it's any consolation, there are an innumerable amount of books that only exist outside of the material plane. And without visiting it, you'll never be able to experience them.
It's yes, you're correct, but it's still a dumb idea.
Not to mention, you can rip literal tentacles out of the fabric of reality to attack people.
I don't know if I could dare.
I don't see why not.
There's one way to find out.
I mean, there's also don't need to find out, but I mean, I'll go with. I want to be on record saying that I will leave you all behind.
The opinion has been noted.
Yes,
take our
perpetually, in perpetuity, we have noted Laszlo's opinion.
I have cast a lot of spells this day, though, so maybe on the nuns? Is there any preparations that need to be made?
Well, you can only access it during the darkest hours of night.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so there's time to rest.
Can I?
Yeah, you guys.
Full rest or short rest?
Do you have a spare feather?
I whap him.
I will. May I?
I'm a dragon.
No, the book.
Oh.
I'll pluck a feather out of the book and hand it over to Paige.
I just look disappointed at it, and I kind of hold it up next to the bright, shiny new feathers.
Apologies. He is in our culture a child.
I mean, no, just forget it.
What time is
They
it?
should.
So do we have
it's-
time enough for a short or long rest?
I mean, I think you guys probably have time enough for a long rest if you guys rested now.
Because it was like twilight when we met them.
Yeah. So then it would be, early morning, dark night, which, that's perfect. Yeah.
Before the dawn.
Yeah. So if you guys want to get a full rest in,
Yeah.
go for that.
May we rest in your home?
Of course.
But
Oh,
thank
wow.
you very much. We appreciate the
Yes.
the
Help yourself to
hospitality.
food. If you would like. I'm not sure how the soup tastes now, but
I found a rather comfortable
Benlin just looks up into space. Not at any of the ravens, but... Can I make a deliciousness check to see how good my soup is?
sure.
I just have
I just want to
Culinary
point out that
proficiency.
bird.
these are birds.
Their taste buds.
So their taste buds are going to be a little different.
So is that
They're only
disadvantage?
half bird, but whatever.
Which
Disadvantage
would be
or
really
advantage?
funny if it meant that like a low roll meant that they loved it and we hated it.
That's a nat
Good,
20.
good. Nice.
Ooh, they're
all right,
all
if we're doing
around
that
today.
It is satisfying for every party involved.
Okay. And I
It's
have
got just
proficiency.
enough grass
so
and
that's-
warm in it, but also some nice rosemary and some
No,
thyme.
yes, no, it's good. It's really good. Yeah.
A little earthy, a little musty.
Thank you.
Yeah.
As we
Yeah.
eat, I will sit down and play the harp.
The younger one, or what you believe is the younger one,
I watched you roll once.
starts talking about needing new members for their little guild, offhandedly with one of the other ravens. Does anyone listen in? Or are you-
I'll probably be listening.
I mean, that's kind of one of the benefits of being a musician is that you can do what you're doing
listen.
and people think you're not paying attention.
All right. So they're just kind of talking that their numbers are getting a little thin, and that Anil has mentioned that it would be acceptable to bring new members into the kindness if anyone were to express interest. What?
He's just commenting on that a group of ravens is usually called a murder. Excuse me, I don't mean to eavesdrop, but what is entailed in joining the kindness?
Well, you must show fortitude and willingness to do good deeds in the face of evil, and one of us must back you. If you...
My question more runs along the lines, do we become giant bird people?
Yes.
Would that even work on most of us?
The it must be passed on to you. Yes.
I'm sorry. So you're saying that the map was employed to get people to join, but were people here in front of you, and it doesn't seem like you're selling the guild that much.
It's
It's an odd way to find. I mean, I understand why you don't have many members then.
Laszlo, do you really want to be a bird person?
No, I'm just saying. Pointing out that it doesn't really make much sense.
It is a curse this fall, but our numbers must stay, so we must have help. We would not force this on anyone who did not want it.
I mean, I'm mostly made out of rock. I don't think it would work on me anyway.
You would be surprised.
What are you talking about?
I don't know about you. I'm always interested in new experiences, but I don't know if the feathered variety is for my palate necessarily.
I mean, I don't knock any lifestyle. You know that.
Mhm.
But it's certainly not for me. Although
Plus-
flying does sound nice.
Plus,
Can you fly?
One of them flies up and hovers around the room.
Oh,
Another one
that's lovely.
changes into an actual raven.
Oh, we love that.
And
You
then-
can really spy
is that
on
enough
people.
to the more worldly of us? Is that enough?
For what?
I mean, you've accidentally said
Yeah.
the word a couple times.
Yeah. And then one changes back into a human.
Excellent.
I still haven't
Kirill,
gotten a book yet.
your complexion would be terrible with an all black ensemble.
I mean, I've showed up to funerals perfectly dapper, but
Every day.
noted.
Do you make love in all the forms?
I think that's a fair question.
Well, I guess your ears on the top. of your
Any
head.
ornithologists want to pop in and tell me if
Do you
I don't know how birds do that stuff.
do you
Cloaca.
get between forms? One human, one
Good question.
other.
I'm sorry. What?
I feel like we've gotten off topic. Don't worry about it.
He goes stark red.
The youngest one kind of gives you a once over, and then flounces into the kitchen.
Birds are the closest relatives to reptiles.
I'll stay reading out loud.
And Kirill just plays a particularly flirty tune, as flirty as you can get with a harp.
The story of that prince that we learned
Yes.
at
The one that the guy actually wanted to
Yeah.
hear.
shout out to what's it called? Its Adventures.
Oh,
yeah, and
the,
it's Adventures Supply Co. Thank you.
Yeah.
Princess and
the orc warrior and the princess. The,
Yes.
Knights Entertainment.
the elven princess and the orc.
Good module. Check it out. It was fun.
You can also watch it on this.
Yeah. All right. Is anyone else doing anything?
No, I'm trying to recover my spell slots. So and
Okay.
keeping the children from asking wildly inappropriate questions.
I mean, they're adults that are just younger than us.
I allowed Naya to ask that, but I stopped at.
Well, but they're
They're
over
always going to be.
18.
They're always going to be my children.
22.
Doesn't matter.
I think you might cause some problems with that, buddy.
All right. So after you guys take your rest, it's the wee hours of the morning, and you guys have never gotten their names. So what looks like the oldest crotchety.
I mean, I assumed during the conversation over dinner.
Did you ask for names?
I mean, I gave them my name, so it's on them if they never introduced themselves.
I don't know if it's too retconny, but Kirill would have been like, "Hello, I'm Kirill."
No, I know.
Da-da-da.
I was gonna say I started with I'm Ben Linjabardi,
So-
and they did not tell me. So
What you believe is the mother figure, who's the kind of homely one who started out the conversation. Her name is Madrina. The oldest crotchety one who doesn't speak much but also gave you the figurine is named Taspar. The mistrustful, zealotous, outspoken guy who is the voice that I've been doing is Rennick. And the youngest one, who is iron-headed and has an eye for Laszlo now, her name is Vinique. So after you guys have gotten your rest, Taspar gently wakes you and leads you out into the
cemetery.
cemetery and mentions that no. There we go. He walks you down to the very last grave, which is Sylphine's. If we want to get there on the map. so the very south one. He mentions to you that after she was interred, she led a apparently tortured childhood. She was slightly deformed and had lots of health issues and other things going on. After she was interred, her grave became a shadow crossing. And he lets you know that in order to use this crossing, you must unearth her grave, take the coffin out, and take the place of the body in that ground. And you will cross over.
And how do we get back?
Same principle. Insight?
Yeah, go for it.
Before I do so. Nope. Okay. That is 6. 6.
I mean, he's giving you no reason to mistrust him so far. They've been extremely forthcoming with their information. They gave you the statue to mess around with, which they are still holding right now. They're not letting you take it to the Shadowfell.
No, I would not want to.
In fact, you're not sure where it is right now. It's somewhere in the house, but you're not quite sure.
They brought it to us before.
But yeah, again, they've been extremely forthcoming. So
Let's get digging. And
I just mold earth it.
there we go. Let's use that spell. So I'm assuming you kind of open the grave up, pull the coffin up. Do you open the coffin?
No.
You push the coffin off to the side, and as you pull the coffin out, fog begins to billow from inside the open grave.
And me trying to hide it from Paige and Laszlo, I look at Kirill and go, with just the most excited face.
I say, Kirill is basically going to say, fuck it. And I will stand at the edge of the grave, cross my arms over my chest, and fall back into it.
Stupid idea.
You fall back and you expect to hit the ground, but you pop up.
Can I stealth around behind Laszlo and just?
Yeah.
Not before I cannonball into the grave. I was just as excited as Kirill.
So you cannonball pop up. So give me an acrobatics to land somewhere.
Acrobatics or athletics?
You can choose.
Okay.
If you're gonna sprawl out, you're gonna try to double twist 10.
21.
All right, you land with a perfect.
I superhero land.
Oh. Okay. Are you sure about that?
Yeah. Balinese.
I'm made of rock.
Oh,
I still got a 21. So.
I know. Okay, we're gonna do this fast because we're gonna say that they came pretty fast behind you.
Paige shoving Laszlo in.
Right.
Okay.
So, if you want to give me a balance, so let's do a dex save, and you're gonna do a strength check.
Natural 1.
Okay, so you follow.
I'm also going to hellish rebuke your ass.
Technically, a shove does count as being hit with an attack.
give me that damage. Sorry, Paige.
Don't spook a warlock.
You get a dex save.
I kind of wish you could flavor your
Dexterity
hellish rebuke to be like scalding water as opposed to fire.
Dexterity save.
I see it as tentacles coming out and slapping him.
But it does fire damage. That's what I don't like about
Does
fire.
a 12 save?
Nope. It does not.
Shit.
This one. 27. It's an 11. 11 points of damage.
Oh boy.
I can heal you when you get over it.
Oh, Paige.
Boys.
I thought we were friends.
Cartwheeling.
I thought we were too.
Do you follow when you push him? Do you dive in?
Yeah, I would
push?
have,
All right.
as soon as he left the cusp and was going in, I would have been like, yee!
All right. So
As
everyone-
tentacles shoot out of his back and smack you as he falls.
Yanking you forward.
as everyone yeets through the grave, pops up on the other side, Benlin, up in the air, lands down on the ground with a solid thunk that attracts the attention of 2 gargoyles that have been watching and waiting for you.
Did I not say that I cast Pass Without Trace?
Oh, yeah, totally.
No.
I could have sworn.
Mausoleum. So the Shadowfell looks like a mausoleum right now?
So,
What a mausoleum.
Do you know the show? We can talk about it after party.
I'm just unmatching.
Oh, right. It's like an overlay dimension.
come on. Let me pick it.
It's one of the realms closest to ours.
It's not a nose. Spoopy.
So as you land, two gargoyles that were perched atop the mausoleum silently turn your way and begin to take flight towards you.
They're my cousins. Why would they be?
So as we look around here, as we've come to this grave, it's dark, gloomy, lots of fog because, you know, there's gotta be fog everywhere.
Is it fog or mist?
If you want to zoom out, we're gonna say you guys. I'm not gonna please Aria. I can please you, can't I?
Mm-hmm.
Open. Oh my god. Alright, my roll 20 is...
Well, we're dying anyway,
Yeah.
so it's fine for now.
So you guys pop up about here, we'll say. Look around, it's dark, gloomy, lots of shadows, lots of fog. Directly in front of you is a mausoleum with an open gate, two gargoyles that are headed your way. There's no sign of Chateau Brallifax or anything grandeur of the sort. The topography is similar, so you see some hills rolling down. You can see that you're up maybe in some mountains. The burial site looks pretty similar, and the grave that you came out of is filled with fog. And
But still there, so we can get back.
yep. We will end as the gargoyles turn their attention towards you and begin to fly.
Welcome to the Shadowfell.
Yay! Thank you guys for sticking with us. It was a long one, sorry. We're going to go one more time next week, but we're going to finish. Thank you so much for everyone, all your help. I think it was pretty good. Thank you to Sparky, David, Lugo,
Rio's mom,
Rio's
Alistair,
yeah,
Everyone else.
Johnny Mac,
Johnny Mac. I'm sorry, I'm horrible with names.
Scott, we still love you.
Scott, God, yeah.
Yeah.
And
David, Daniel.
Daniel.
Daniel from Ontario.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dano.
Dan
Toronto.
from Ontario. No.
Dano from Ontario.
Yeah, Toronto. Yeah,
Toronto, yeah. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next week, and wish you fun, friends, and natural 20s.
Not everybody.
Bye.